Now let us study the minors and cofactors of elements of a determinant. Minor of element Aij is denoted as Mij, and it is the value of the determinant formed by the elements other than those which are present in the row and column of the element Aij. So let us see an example of how we can calculate the minor. Now as it's clear here that the minor is defined for each element of the determinant. So here if we consider a 3 by 3 determinant which has 9 elements in it, so therefore we will have correspondingly 9 minors. Now let's take an example of say first element, that is denoted by A11. Right. So corresponding to A11 we will have to calculate the minor M11. Alright, so if we want to find out what is the minor M11, then as per the definition mentioned here, that is the minor M11 is to be obtained by the determinant formed by the elements other than those in which the required element is present. So therefore if we temporarily strike out the first row because that is where the first element is present, and the first column, so therefore what remains is the remaining 4 elements, and they will form the determinant of, as we can see here, 0, then -3, then 2 and 5. So 0, -3, 2 and 5. So this determinant is nothing but the minor of the required element -2, and we know how to calculate the value of the determinant. So we can calculate the value of the determinant as the product of diagonal elements, which is nothing but 0 into 5, so that turns out to be 0, and from that we have to subtract the product of 2 and -3. So therefore -6 is to be subtracted, so therefore in a way it is addition of 6. So therefore 0 plus 6 is nothing but 6. So therefore the final answer is nothing but 6. So that is how we calculate the minor of any given element of the given determinant. Now let us see another term, that is the cofactor. Now this only slightly varies from the definition of minor. Now moving on to the next page, the cofactor of element Aij is denoted as capital Aij, or sometimes some authors prefer to denote it as capital Cij, and it is calculated as per the formula shown here. So capital Aij is equal to -1 raised to I plus j into Mij. So basically if we see here that the cofactor is nothing but the minor multiplied by a particular term, that is -1 raised to I plus j. So if we look closely, that I plus j is nothing but the row number plus column number. So therefore since it is raised as an index to -1, therefore we can definitely conclude that if I plus j is an even number, then -1 raised to even number will be nothing but +1. So in that case the cofactor will be same as the minor. On the other hand, if I plus j turns out to be an odd number, in that case -1 raised to any odd number, specifically an integer, then it will be nothing but -1. So therefore in that case the cofactor will be nothing but negative of the minor. So once we find the minors, it is just attaching the correct sign to its which gives us the corresponding cofactor. Now let us practice finding out the cofactor of some element. Say we want to find out the cofactor of say element 4. Alright. Now we see that the element 4 is present in the second row, so we mentally remove that row as well as the third column. Now what remains is the determinant of -1, 0, and in the next row we have 1 and 3. So that gives us, now this is only the minor of that particular element. Now if we evaluate this, we see that the product of the diagonal elements is -3, and from that we have to subtract the product of 1 and 0, which is 0 only. So therefore finally the answer is nothing but -3. So this is nothing but the minor. Now as the element number 4 is present in second row and third column, so therefore this minor is nothing but capital M 2, 3. So therefore it's the minor of element A23. Now if we want to calculate the cofactor, that is denoted by capital A23, here we observe that I is nothing but 2, which is the row number, and j is nothing but 3, which is the column number, and we see that 2 plus 3 is an odd number. So therefore since I plus j is an odd number, therefore the cofactor will be nothing but the negative of the minor, and since the minor is -3, therefore the cofactor will be nothing but equal to 3. So that is how we calculate the cofactor of any element of a determinant.